I'm the Time Bank development worker, and my name's Singa Armstrong, and we've been employed since April in 2012, and my role is basically to recruit members and raise awareness about the Time Bank in the area, and that's about it really. You know, it sounds really easy, which it is, because it's really the members that make the Time Bank because of their skills and their expertise, and it's down to them that the success of the first year and why we're having this party this evening.
Hi, my name is Mary O'Connell. I'm the Leith Time Bank Administrator, and my main role is finding skills that our members have, organising exchanges, and also using Time Online, which is the database, and quite a lot of the marketing of the project.
All the Time Bank.
I became involved in time banking through Kit Kastovich here. I was interested in expanding a sort of online portfolio of what's going on in the Edinburgh and surrounding city, and getting involved in online activities. There was a position to help out with the Edinburgh Time Bank website, and my role is very much to help with uploading information onto the website, keeping members up to date with news that's going on in the local area, and just keeping publicity flowing and making people know what's going on out there.
And I suppose time banking values all the kind of things that don't have a market value. You know, being a good neighbour, being a good citizen, being a good parent, being committed to looking after the environment, all those things, which without society would be well and truly weakened. The time banking celebrates and values those things, which, things like an hour of ironing can mean a huge amount to somebody, and somebody who's doing the ironing actually feels that what they're doing is valuable and important, and that makes them feel, confident, and that they have something to contribute. So all those things that most people would just think are not particularly worthwhile are all part of a jigsaw, a weaving together of all these skills that make strong communities and good neighbours.
A project where you can give time when you're able to. You don't have to have fixed hours. I work full time and I contribute to the Time Bank project in my own time, flexible to me, and other members have the same situation where you can actually pick the hours that are convenience to you and exchange those hours back into your own time credits when it suits you. I can't think of many other, any other community type activity where you can do that and have that flexibility. And there's a huge range of skills and activities that are going on in the Time Bank.
Singer and Mary here caught my attention and said to me, "Have you heard of Leith Time Banking?" And I thought, well, no, I haven't, but it kind of seemed a bit familiar, the concept. And I realised it's really a slightly more formalised way of pulling in a group of people who often have an already existing sense of citizenship to form a community. And it's possibly like things that have happened in times gone by when everyone knew their neighbours and naturally gave each other a helping hand. Before finding the Time Bank, I was becoming increasingly aware of the issue of social isolation and the lack of connections in communities. But Leith Time Bank does all that. It pulls people, their skills and needs together. I've loved it and have had a brilliant experience to date. I've had numerous Polish lessons from the lovely Anne here, who's here tonight and is a very active member of the Time Bank. I'm a very slow learner, which is no reflection on that, it's very much a reflection on myself, but I'm thoroughly enjoying my lessons. And I've done various things myself to earn my credits, so I've helped some members with their CV and their presentations. I've done some promotion work because, as you can probably tell, I like to talk a lot. So I've helped with the promotion work of the Time Bank. So I've done some presentations at Leith Gala Day most recently. And then in my other capacity as a special police constable, I've given some community safety talks. And interesting story, at the elderly persons group down in Leith a few weeks ago, I gave a talk, I was asked and I said, yeah, that sounds great. And Mary very kindly said, you can get some time credits for doing that. Well, unfortunately, about 25% of the audience fell asleep, so I've decided that perhaps I should send some of my credits to start spending them on learning to be a better public speaker. So I'm going to take that and move forward from there. And we also go on really great group trips all together, so you get a chance to, socialise with all the other different members. Recently we've been to art galleries, and a couple of weeks ago we went on the guided tour of the Scottish Parliament, and I know Mary and I were really tempted to go and sit in an MSP's chair, so I was just thinking maybe you could become a Time Bank member and sort that out for us. So yeah, basically finding out about the Time Bank has been brilliant and a really fantastic experience, really, and it's made me really optimistic that so many real life connections with real people, and it combines all the things that you could possibly want in terms of skills and needs. So yeah, if you're just here for the first time and want to get involved, I'd really recommend it. It's really changed my world.
I can help with form filling, anything like that, walking dogs. I've not actually been asked yet, but I'm hopeful that, somewhere along the line that will happen. I didn't actually volunteer for myself. I thought I would join it because I've got a friend with severe dementia who is nobody, and I had thought I could build up credits and give them for her to use, but of course that's not the principle of it. The principle is that person would then give something back, and she can't do that. And I think maybe that in the future that might happen, because that maybe hadn't been thought about. I just gaily thought I can build up credits, and if I need a joiner for her, then I will use some credits. It doesn't work that way, but it might in the future. But I have to say, I think it's a great idea. It's a wonderful idea. I can remember as a wee girl, we didn't need time banks, because if anything was wrong, somebody else turned up to do stuff for your mum or yourself. You have to go to anybody. And I think this is something lovely that this is about. That there's people out there willing to come and be not just somebody that will do something for you, but perhaps be your friend. I think it's like ripples that go out. You talk about it to other people, and maybe other people do more than I can manage to do at the moment, to do a lot of other volunteering things. I think it's a great idea, and I hope that it goes beyond the funding for this next year. That we can keep going, and that Leith becomes one of the best time banks, because Leith is my place.
I have to say I'm really very enthusiastic about the concept of time banking. At a time when it seems that time is increasingly one of our more precious commodities, I mean, whatever happened to all that spare time lounging around with our feet up we were supposed to receive after, the labour-saving devices that we were all getting from the 50s onwards? That doesn't seem to have happened really, does it? So at such a time, the idea of an organisation where individuals' precious time and skills can be harnessed and utilised for the common good, thereby creating stronger community ties, particularly amongst some of our more vulnerable citizens, seems particularly important, indeed timely, to me. So I really welcome the fact that the Leith Time Bank is now celebrating its first year. And that is, of course, in no small part to the efforts of the advisory board, to its members, and of course Senga and Mary, who have worked really tirelessly to promote the Time Bank in this time. Well done to you as well. And just finally, though, of course, we have to recognise the efforts of those, and sincerely thank, the Leith Time Bank members, who've taken what might have seemed a little bit like a leap of faith to join up to the organisations, but whose efforts really are helping to make it increasingly successful. So here's to many more joining in the next year.
On to see how many people would turn up for a start, to see how popular it is, and it's actually been, its first anniversary, been a great success. You've got the MP, MSP, local councillors along, and you're the chair of the group. So yeah, it's really, really good to see it's taken off, and let's hope we've got 20 more years, and it engenders a nice feel in the community.